Oh, hey dear. Um, Welcome to the start of my random ass YouTube channel. My name is Zanzi. I am autistic. I was diagnosed with autism a couple years ago. So I was diagnosed at, I think it's 23. I'm 28 now. Um, And I thought about making a channel for like a while since I got diagnosed because during that whole process, seeing other autistic creators online, and especially late diagnosed autistic women, really made me feel a lot less alone. I was like, oh my God, there are other people out there like me. I'm not totally crazy. Um, so like that kind of made me want to make my own channel, just so there would be more people, more chances for other autistic people to see those kinds of videos and know that we exist. We're not the stereotypes and whatnot. So I've thought about that for a while, and then I don't know about you, but so far 2023 has not been great. I do not be having a good time lately. Start of January, I got COVID and I got it really bad. I was out of work for 3 weeks. I had really bad symptoms for 2 weeks, and then the next week I was so exhausted I couldn't function. And then during that time, my beloved dog, Vader, passed away. He was 14. He had cancer. I knew it was coming. It just happened very fast. All of a sudden, he got very sick. So, on one hand, it was good that I was home with COVID and not at work, because my dad wasn't home either. So I obviously took him to the vet, but I couldn't like physically go inside with him because it was still during like the active COVID. I was still contagious, so I had to like just drop him off and like wait in the parking lot while they like put him to sleep. So that was really hard that I couldn't be in there with him during that. And then, I was still sick with COVID, so all of the grief that came with that, and then still trying to heal from COVID was a lot. And then like 3 years ago, December of 2019, I got a really bad concussion. I tripped and fell down the stairs and hit my head repeatedly. Just the way I fell, I couldn't get my arms out in front of me to brace myself. So it was like boom, 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 boom down the stairs. Ever since then, I've been getting these really debilitating migraines, which had gotten a lot better. So I was able to like go to work full time. I had tried about a year ago to go back to work full time, and I did that for like 5 or 6 months. But it was too much doing that full time, and I'm still in school. So that was a lot. So I decided to step away from that job and focus on school. I got a part-time job, and then I was kind of bored with that, and I wanted to make more money because my dog was sick with cancer, so I needed to make more money. So I tried going on a temp to hire type job, figuring like if it doesn't work out, it's I'm just a temp, so that won't be as big of a deal. So I got a job at actually a really good company. And the team I worked with was super great. The job was something that like I could do. being autistic, I can't work in these like very customer focused, talking all the time type jobs. And this was an excellent job for me. Like, it was numbers and analysis. I was working in the Treasury Department. So it was numbers. I worked independently. I was the only one in my position. I had my tasks to do. It was very straightforward. I would do my stuff. People were there if I had questions, but I didn't have like any micromanaging. I didn't have to take like phone calls. I didn't really have to go around and walk around and talk to people. People would occasionally like come to me and ask questions or drop off the checks and stuff. So I got to work independently. I didn't have to talk to a lot of strangers. I knew my team. My team was awesome. They were super helpful. My manager was super helpful. The whole team was really great. I'm clearly like an awkward person, and everyone was super nice and welcoming to me. So I felt really lucky to have that job, and it was going really well. And then I got COVID in January, and I had to take 3 weeks off, and they were also nice about it. No one was like pressuring me to come back before I was ready and fully recovered. But since I got COVID, my migraines have been like almost daily. And I was hoping that, it was just like a temporary spike in symptoms and that it would go away, after a few weeks. But it didn't. It actually ended up getting a lot worse. So I eventually had to quit. I was taking a lot of days off. And I want to make it clear, no one forced me to quit. No one had like been giving me shit for taking days off. Which again, like, it was such a good job and such a good company, and my manager was the best. But I, like, physically being even just like in the fluorescent lighting that's in every office, like, I would get a migraine. And for me, driving is really difficult when I have a migraine. Ever since I got the concussion, I get really bad vertigo, and I even get double vision sometimes. So you definitely don't want to drive when you have vertigo and double vision. So commuting to the office, I would typically start getting a migraine, and then sitting under the lights and staring at a computer screen all day would make it worse. I had been given some medication to try to help, but it didn't help. And then I had even seen on TikTok, someone said that getting like pink tinted lenses helped their migraines. And there was like a research paper on it. I didn't get the specific brand that like is the migraine pink tinted one. So I just got tinted lenses with my prescription in them. And those did help, but not like I would still have a migraine. It kind of took it down like one notch, which anything helps, right? But I could not function. I could not function with them. On the last day I was in the office, I even like it was a Monday, and Mondays were usually like the worst because it's getting back to the office. I usually didn't sleep well the night before, so I had a migraine. I took my like pound of like Tylenol, and ibuprofen. I would take both of them together. But it didn't help. I was wearing my pink glasses, and then like things that I did every single day, like there would be stuff in the morning I would have to save to certain folders, could not fucking remember where to save it. Like, could not remember the file paths for anything. Took me like 5 times longer to do normal stuff that I did every day and had no problem doing in my regular routine. Couldn't remember where to save anything. And then I couldn't remember people's names, like people that I work with all the time, people on my team, like other people. I could not fucking remember. Like, I knew that I knew them. I knew who they were. I knew they were part of my team, but I could not for the life of me remember like their names. So that was kind of scary, honestly. I had not been like, my brain was not functioning that poorly like since like the first year of my concussion. So that was like upsetting. Um and then I took the next day off of work, like hoping that I just like needed a lot of rest and it would get better. So I slept basically that whole day and then woke up the next day, still felt like shit. I was able to get into my doctor's office that day. So she gave me a different medication to try, which did help. I took the first one like that afternoon because I still had the migraine. But it made me so drowsy. I literally just slept for like 4 hours. So while the medication did help the migraine symptoms, I couldn't drive into the office. I would not be able to work even if it was like remote. I would not have been able to do any work because I was so tired. And since then, every time I take it, I just sleep. So on that Thursday, I, sent an email resignation, saying that it's just for health reasons. Like, I really like the company and it really, really fucking sucks. You know, I had been doing like so much hard work to maintain that job because I felt so lucky to have that job. It's so hard for us autistic people to find jobs that we can do without like coming home and wanting to take a bath with our toaster, because it's just so exhausting to mask all the time. Like, I didn't really have to mask at this job because I was working independently, and it was a good company. And every job has its, low points and its annoyances. But like, I could do this job. And it's very rare, especially these days, to find managers and like overall companies that actually seem to care about their employees. And I had that, and I was doing everything I could to keep the job, and like maintain finishing up school. So I literally, I would wake up, get ready, go to work, come home, feed my dog, take care of my dog, and then like get into bed and go to sleep. Like, that was everything. Every day I would just do that. Every work day. I did not have any form of social life. I, am taking one class at a time to finish college, and it was really difficult, but I was doing it. And then like I got COVID and it fucked up my whole life, and I had to quit because I couldn't do it. Like, and it's so frustrating and like infuriating that it was something completely out of my control. I had all this good stuff going for me, and then it's like I'm one of those people who like I never want to believe that the good thing is happening, right? Because I don't want it to get taken away. And then I'd like, do all this self-work and whatnot to like allow myself to believe that things are going to work out. Like, yes, you can do this. Yes, it is going to work out. Yes, it is a good job. Like, yes, you can do this job and school at the same time. Like, things are going to be okay. Like, your boss doesn't secretly hate you. Like, you like it's going to be fine. Like, you're doing great and, good things can happen. And then, like, no, they fucking don't. And I kept trying to push through it. And it's just like shit hit the fan again. So it's just another fucking low point in life right now, I guess. So I know that, it's a low point and it's gonna pass. I am mostly just really upset and frustrated. And I have been in shitty situations before. I'm very lucky that I can live with my father and he will help me out. So it's not like I'm not gonna like get evicted because I live with my dad and he doesn't he's there for me. He'll help support me now that I can't fucking work right now. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling very depressed at the moment. I'm feeling depressed and out of control and anxious. And I'm hopefully not going to go into complete autistic burnout, shutdown mode. I do have a tendency to do that. So basically, the start of this channel is just to say, hi, I'm autistic and I have mental health issues, and you're not alone. And I've gotten through depressive episodes before, so I know I'm gonna get through this one. And kind of just letting you guys in on the process so you can maybe get some tips on how to get yourself through shitty times, and also feel less alone. Like, you're not alone. We all go through shitty times. If you are depressed, I promise you can get through it. You will get through it. So I'm going to be showing some things that I'm going to do to feel a little better, and hopefully you can get some ideas and follow along and feel a little bit less alone in this shitty world. So on that amazingly delightful note, I hope this was somewhat mildly entertaining, and I think the first thing I'm gonna do is make a collage, like a vision board type thing. I think those are fun to do. I really like collaging. I'm planning on doing a lot of art-based stuff because I have tried like talk therapy 1,000,001 times, and it's never worked for me. And I've heard that a lot of other autistic people are like that because we just conceptualize everything. So like, I don't need you to tell me why I'm feeling that way. I kind of have figured it out. But yeah, talk therapy has never really worked for me. I am very interested in art therapy. I had a therapist who she wasn't an actual art therapist, but incorporated like concepts of art therapy into her like general therapy practice. And I really liked doing that. But then she ended up moving. And that's a whole nother story. I have a lot of stories about bad therapy experiences, but those are for a different day. But yeah, art therapy, the only art therapy that's somewhat close to me is incredibly expensive and I can't afford it. And it's not, even if I had decent health insurance, it doesn't cover it. And I don't have $200 a week to spend on that. So, we're going to be looking up and getting ideas for art therapy that we can just do in our own homes without without a therapist because we're broke bitches who can't afford it. But yeah, if you want to feel less alone, if you're autistic and or have mental health issues, we're in the same boat. We're gonna get through it, I promise. I'm here and let's just support each other and get through the rest of 2023. Aight. All right, I'll catch you later. Love you. Bye. Okay, so a couple things I forgot to mention. I'm not scripting these. Like, part of being late diagnosed autistic, right? We realize we've been masking our whole lives, and that's fucking exhausting, and part of why we're all so depressed. So I have been learning how to unmask, and I do that around my family and my close friends. My one friend. But I'm trying to be unmasked in public more just because I don't have the energy, and especially with being depressed and having these migraine issues, I'm trying to lower my stress, and masking is stressful. And I'm also trying to unlearn perfectionism. I have a lot of anxiety around that. That could be its own video. But so these are just gonna be filmed like on my phone. That's my plan for now. Unmasked on my phone, have like a general idea, and just roll with it. So they might be a little rough. I'm clearly not a professional. I'm just in my kitchen right now. Shout out to my bananas. So if you want to be unhinged with me, more than welcome. Get your stretchy pants on. No bras required on this channel. All right, again, love y'all. Bye.